There's a general messiness in early childhood education of everything weaving together and building. They build on each other, yet they weave together and are kind of simultaneous. And so we have this essential question for number 2 of how does math, science, technology, and art really weave together? Perhaps you've heard the terms STEM, which would be science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Chapter 2 talks strictly about science and engineering, and it essentially boils down to the idea that science is inquiry and engineering is designing. I'm going to say that again. Science is inquiry, it's learning. Engineering is designing. So engineering really uses a lot of elements of math, science, technology, and there's this element of art that gets thrown in there. This is the reason being, and you'll read in our textbook a little bit more. But, STEAM, it's about being creative. You have to understand basic concepts, but then you're creating for the purpose of communicating or for the purpose of solving a problem sometimes, trying to get to a certain outcome. It's experiential, which means it's about exploration, trying, experimenting, playing, if you will. It's inquiry-based, which is about trying to ask questions and both answer questions. And it's interdisciplinary. Again, how I have defined what STEAM and STEM is. Now, STEM takes away the creative piece a little bit, except it still has engineering. And it takes maybe a little bit of the experiential, but it's really more about what types of experience. And so that's why a lot of times you will see the argument that it's much richer to talk about STEAM than it is STEM. That design process of engineering is also a design process of art. See that over there? How many of you have a hobby? Design or decorate. And think about that process you walk through. My hairstylist, when I was having my hair colored frequently, we would talk a lot about the chemical reaction and her process of figuring out what colors look better on other people and how every head of hair is different. And so knowing your base and then how to make these different colors work to create this result that she's trying to get to. She was using that design process in very high stakes, right? Nobody wants to walk out of there with a purple hairdo unless they went in wanting a purple hairdo, right? And so understanding that, so that whole design process, having a strong understanding of both chemical for the purposes of color and chemical as far as how it interacts with the hair, damaging it or protecting it so that one's, hair doesn't start falling out. We know that this is an essential cycle that many of us go through multiple times a day. And so our textbook talks about how math, science, technology, and art weave together through this design process, through this inquiry process that then we jump into with our third essential question.